guys, welcome back to the Fire and Rice podcast. I'm Jenna, that's Jack,
What's
aka
up?
Torchy HD, and we are back. I just got back from LA, so I'm tired and I'm a little frazzled-dazzled. But yeah, it's a 4-hour drive, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, and that's also partly why our episode's a little bit later than normal. We obviously, when it just comes down to scheduling, it's going to be a little bit tough, but we make do with what we can. You're either not here or busy doing something, so
Yeah.
It's all good though. Thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate it. Also, it's a little bit weird for us because we don't have a show to watch anymore on Sunday night. With American Idol being complete, which is definitely what we're going to be talking about today.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, when in terms of our upload schedule, I'm going to have to rethink about when we'll record our videos and upload them, just because. But oh man, American Idol's over.
Yes.
Sad. So we'll be talking a little bit about the finale today, kind of give our thoughts and stuff like that. But I don't know.
It's only been over for not even a week, and it feels like it's been over for a really long time.
Yeah, I agree with that. So this week we had the finale. Also, actually, before we get started, we're going to be kind of splitting this episode up into two parts a little bit. So the first portion we'll be talking about American Idol finale, and then we'll be talking about Bachelorette. So if you're only intrigued about one or the other, timestamps will be down below for the topics that we covered today. So let's get started. American Idol. That was a long show.
Yeah, 3 hours.
3 hours.
And we watched it live.
Oh, yeah. We were watching it as it was airing.
Didn't feel like 3 hours, though.
Definitely did not. It was a really, really fun production, I think. Very different as well.
Yeah.
Really cool to see a lot of both backstory plus, like, kind of this past season.
It was
do you remember these people?
Closure to the whole season.
Yeah. But
they brought back top 10.
Yes.
As well as other people.
As well as others. And I don't think I have the video for the meme review. I'm not going to pull that one out just because it's a lot of content and I don't want to get
you're not going to pull up the Margie?
No.
Okay.
That video is just a lot.
Basically, they brought back, besides the top 10, Margie Mays, Austin Michael, and Vo Kills. And they were fan favorites of the season.
Right.
I guess. But they basically called them a meme performance.
Kind of. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, it's
because
whatever.
Because they had their little quirks and stuff.
Right.
Austin didn't even sing.
Yeah.
They just had him sit on a horse and lasso some people.
Yeah.
My friend was actually part of that performance.
Right.
That was pretty
you're
cool.
telling us about that.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. One of the dancers. Katy Perry impersonating dancers.
And my friend Juliet got an audition for it. She got an email and it said, "Hey guys, just send us a video of you doing the worm. If you don't know how to do it, here's a link below."
Oh,
and
boy.
that was it.
Oh boy. Well, we do have a lot of videos to cover today, so I think we should get into the performances.
Yes.
We're going to try another new format when it comes to showing the videos today, just because if you watched our last episode 8, I had to actually re-upload. I had to edit it down and re-upload it because the original got copy claimed. So for all those that did end up watching that episode, thank you so much. Appreciate the support. I saw great numbers on that one. But let's jump right into it. I
still need to make a thumbnail for it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, we're going to actually start with this guy. Let's do it. This guy. I don't want to spoil it already.
Okay.
But, I mean,
in case people are following along through our podcast.
Yeah.
But it's been out for a week.
That's what I'm saying. So at this point, with the show being already over, most everybody knows at this point.
But maybe for storytelling purposes, on our end, we'll just keep it.
Sure.
Hush, hush.
Sure. That's a good idea. So, first performance, Lane Hardy performing Home by Mark B. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name, to be honest.
Broussard?
Oh.
that's all we can show.
That's all I can show. I'm sorry. I know. If you guys want to see the full videos, American Idol YouTube channel, link in the description. Check out all the performances from the finale round, as well as some fun behind the scenes stuff. They actually posted a lot of stuff that was from like behind the scenes. So definitely check it all out.
So was that his first performance of the night?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I'm showing it a little bit out of order, but we're going to showcase a lot of things.
Basically, they had to perform once or twice. They performed twice. All 3 contestants, Madison, Alejandro, and Lane. And then from there, they eliminated the third place. Second runner-up. Yeah,
it was a pretty crazy format
I was going to say, that's pretty interesting. But I guess it keeps it, it keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Yes, definitely. It was very stressful for sure to hear.
Forces you to vote too.
That, yeah. So to know that maybe around the halfway mark they were going to cut third place. We were actually live tweeting during the episode. Definitely check out Twitter at Fire Rice Podcast. Trying to keep that updated as much as possible, but we were live tweeting during the episode, and I was actually going through my timeline, and I noticed that Madison was just saying vote, the votes are going to close soon, and so it really was pretty stressful. I could tell just based on the tweets how stressed out and how kind of, what is it called, urgent the votes needed to be for this episode, just because like we said, they cut it off at the halfway, cut the third place, and then you could keep voting if you hadn't already for top 2. It's a little bit weird.
Yeah, how does that work, though, if you've used up the rest of your votes? Technically, wouldn't voting be closed, I guess, by then?
I mean, if you've used them all up, then, you'd be done. But it's just, it doesn't seem like the right way, but also I think with the amount of performances and the production that they had for this episode, they needed to do like a cut 1 just to keep the anticipation going and keep the kind of it helped pace very well because we were really stressed at the halfway and then we were really stressed at the end. So
because it came down to those 2.
Otherwise it would just be like performance, I don't care, all these filler performances, I don't really care, blah blah blah, I just want to see the finale and the results. So I do think it was a good idea, but it was really difficult, I think, for them to stress how important it was. Because I didn't really feel it until the result time was coming, like that commercial after, like, okay, voting closes, this commercial break, we're gonna do the results now. It's like, oh, okay. So anyways. Again, we have a ton of performances that we can only show parts of. So
like 10 seconds, 20, 15 at max.
And I'm hoping that this video does not get taken down. But we're gonna test this format and see. Up next, Madison singing "Shallow" from A Star Is Born. So, well, first off, I mean, we didn't talk about Lane's performance before this, by the way. So we'll talk about both at the same time. But I do want to touch note on this one first because obviously we're just listening to it real quick. I think this is a great performance out of Madison. Great song choice. She said it herself. She had a different song planned initially.
She was going to sing "I Have Nothing" by Whitney Houston.
But then she switched because, it's the other song has been sung so much, and this being such a new popular song, great choice, and I think definitely more suited to her vocal range and style. Going back to Lane, again, another one of those just really comfortable picks, and we said it last episode, the consistency is a really good thing to have as an artist. But for the sake of a competition, it's like a little bit of a safe. It's too safe, right?
A little safe.
Safe. I will say though that all 3 contestants definitely deserve to be, in this top 3. They're all extremely amazing in their own way. But But yeah, I don't know. And I just felt like for Lane, he was playing it safe, but again, just super consistent. Really nothing you can, I guess, critique about that.
Yeah.
If he's just always performing at a really high level, nothing you can really say.
No.
Madison, like going back to Madison, I think that throughout the episode, I think maybe it was just how young she is.
Yeah.
It was definitely getting in her head a bit, and you could kind of feel that she was maybe trying a lot, but in kind of the like, you can sense it, like you can feel the nerves maybe, or the
I was gonna say maybe in an insecure way, like she really wants it, and you can
absolutely
see,
wants it,
but there's a tinge of hesitation, I think, in the back of her head, saying, I don't know,
I'm really stressed out,
I don't know if I can do this.
Maybe it's not even just that, I don't know if I can do this, but it's just like, this is it,
like, and I really want it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was like there was a ton of behind the scenes stuff, again, like that you can go see on the American Idol YouTube channel, that she was just talking about, her dream and how this is really what she's been working towards. Even though she is so young, she's been training for like kind of this moment, essentially. And you could definitely feel that there was definitely a lot of emotion for her throughout this episode. But overall, I think, again, it's like, she's so young, she has so much time, and as long as
she has a ton of support,
and as long as she kind of takes this with stride, moving forward into the future, she has potential for sure. I mean, there's always gonna be a market for really pop powerhouse singers. So
she's so young,
super young. That's why. And with that too, vocally she'll mature as she gets older.
If we're the same age, is that correct?
She is 17.
Okay, yeah. Then she still has her senior year next year. Like, that's how young she is.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's showcase up next,
Lahange.
Why is that your nickname for him?
I don't know. One day I was like, Alejandro. Lahange. I don't know.
Okay.
Cut that.
This is live, basically. We're doing a one take. We can't cut anything here. Anyways, up next, Alejandro singing an original Millennial Love. I'm gonna hold that thought. Let's just listen.
All right.
This millennial love is something else. This millennial love is something else. I would do anything for you. It's your love.
There you go.
First off, they put him again by himself in the center of a crowd. A beautiful look for him, honestly. Really smart choice. We've said it so many times. He is a one-man show, no doubt. The guitar is beautiful. He got that as a gift at his hometown.
From Ben Harper.
Yep. And to see him use it and to kind of watch the hometown returns and kind of the story behind it all, really cool thing. I think it's just a really sweet thing to receive. So definitely check those out. We're not going to show those. They're really long, but also extremely emotional and really, really nice to watch. So if you want to do that, again, link in the description.
If you want a little more insight as to who they are and how they were brought up,
highly recommend it. It's I don't know how to explain it, but you just build that much more of a connection with the contestant, and it's a really good thing to watch. So
it gives you a relatability,
Yeah, definitely recommend. Now, the thing I was gonna say was, throughout this episode, Alejandro performed only originals.
Yes.
For his,
they did not force him to do any covers,
which is a great thing. Honestly, I mean, Ryan Seacrest in the show, on his show the morning after, was saying, like, he performed all original songs, and they were all songs that he could see playing on the radio today. They're fantastic. I mean, that's what's crazy with Alejandro and his potential career in the future, which I'm excited for, and I'm sure a lot of people are excited for, is just this guy is creating music or not so out of the norm, but relatively, out of what is common in music today, and yet it's still a hit. Like, they're good songs, and he's just, as long as he keeps going, and he's gonna go far for sure.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Exactly. He's fine.
So yeah.
Go ahead.
That closes out the first round, correct?
Yes.
Or is that the second round?
Well, it was a
first
mixed round. Okay. I mean, the first two rounds.
Elimination.
Yeah, before elimination rounds, basically. So up next again, I have a video from Madison singing "Breakaway" by Kelly Clarkson, and this was the first time she was finally stepping into the "You Might Be the Next Kelly Clarkson" shoes.
Oh.
So it was a really cool thing to hear her take on it. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, because they were branding her as the next Kelly Clarkson.
Right. Which, well, again, let's hold that thought. Let's take a listen.
Take a chance, make a change, and break away out of the darkness and into the sun. But I won't forget all the ones that I love, and I'll take a risk, take a chance, make a change.
So, what I was gonna say was just like, oh, it's a nice thing to be compared to somebody, especially the first Idol winner, things like that. But I mean, do you think that kind of shapes your style a bit when you hear things like that? Would you think that might affect the way that you kind of perform, or like the kind of artist you want to become, or what? Especially being so young, it's pretty easy to be molded.
Right. Well, I think she even said it herself. Kelly Clarkson has been her inspiration since she was really young.
Sure.
And has kind of inspired her to sing. So I don't necessarily think by the judges telling her that she feels that Jack just like broke his mic and just took the whole thing out. Anyways, so what I was saying was I don't think the outside view and the perspectives and the comments are kind of shaping her or molding her in a way that has like that she has to kind of meet a standard.
Sure,
I guess is
right.
that what you're trying to imply?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think she's just doing her own thing.
Yeah,
and it's a compliment. She sees as like a oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
thanks, Kelly Clarkson.
Well, hopefully my mic is okay. The mic stand is like falling down slowly throughout the episode, and it's getting further and further away. So I was trying to fix it, and I ended up yanking it off of the stand. So, good thing I was on mute there.
Yeah.
Anyways, technical difficulties. I may have to try to fix it again. It's literally going down.
Yeah.
You can probably barely see it, but it's like just ever so slightly where it's out of my range.
Oh, I see it.
It's going.
I just saw it like.
I'll fix it in a second. Maybe while we're getting the next video queued up. Well.
Okay, but Kelly Clarkson, she signed on to The Voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is. She's a voice judge.
And that's NBC?
Yes.
Interesting. I was going to say, are they even allowed to say her name? Because she's on another singing show.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm not sure. Like, obviously they are, but I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. My friend ended up singing with Kelly Clarkson for her 17th birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
At Vegas, or in Vegas, at
Nice.
the Venetian. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because she was on The Voice. Anyways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Let's see here. What's the next video I have? We have another original from Alejandro. Yes. We'll let this play. I'm gonna try to fix my mic.
Okay.
And yeah, enjoy.
I want that I need tonight, that I see, that I want, that I need tonight, that I see, that I
Okay.
Okay.
We're back. Now it's at a good height. So I'm happy.
Good.
Sorry about that, folks. It just literally kept going down. Anyways, this song, I'm a big fan of this song.
I love this song.
I had not heard kind of his original version of this, and it's something that I want.
It's completely different.
It is, okay.
100% different, the
Okay.
original song.
In a good way, or...
I love the original.
Okay.
So he kept changing it
Okay.
and changing it and changing it. And people are saying that he, like, watered it down.
Okay.
But, I mean, if you want, you can pull it up.
Sure. How can I find it?
I think it's called I Won't Fall in Love Tonight.
Okay.
And then it's from a live stream because he likes to, go on Instagram and do his little live streams and just play music. And someone actually recorded it and posted it. Yeah, that one.
This top one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get this pulled up here. Let's take a listen then. See what the difference really is. Oh, so it's a guitar original instead of what he was doing with the
It's gone
piano.
through a lot of transformations.
Sure. Should I skip it a little bit?
No, it's about to start.
It's a little bit faster tempo.
It's just a different song.
Oh.
Completely now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
and
where's
then,
the part that...
And then, well, I mean, like, I think this was the base of it, and then you can see a lot of other performances that other people post, and you just see the transition that he makes of this song, and it starts to slowly transform every time he performs it into the one that we have on Idol.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a completely different song. I mean,
So
you can't really say it's the same song now.
okay, I was gonna say this doesn't sound anything
No.
like the. So wait, why did we watch this?
I just like
How
it.
is this the original?
I don't know.
Wait, you completely just
It is.
how?
Okay,
That
go back.
I want that.
Go
How is
back.
that the same?
Go back. You know what? Just cut it. Cut it.
Okay, you complete. My mic is moving down again. We're having a rough episode today, folks.
I know.
Bear with us. Okay, so you just gave me a song just because it was Alejandro and you wanted me to listen to it?
I think so.
Because that's nowhere near what this
No,
song was.
no, okay.
And is.
Okay, but everyone thinks that it's the same song because.
The lyrics are literally not the same. The melody is literally not the same.
Okay, but I've seen other comments too that people are like, "Oh, it's the same song."
Okay, well, all I have to say is either way, his original song titled Tonight, amazing in my opinion. The way that he used the piano in more of like a MIDI style of tone with the backtrack and the drums. It really just sounds like a song. Like, okay, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but a lot of the songs that he performed today, I could either hear in TV commercial trailers, in the back of some kind of like Netflix original, or even like, okay, again, don't take this the wrong way, but like a CW teen love story.
Why would that be?
I don't know, because some people don't like those shows. Obviously, we like them, but I'm just saying,
like,
you can hear it kind of being used in like a teen
Riverdale,
love, Vampire Diaries, when that was big,
13 Reasons.
Those kinds of
those
shows, and his songs definitely fit that kind of vibe. I'm not saying that's what he's going to be doing because all of his songs are so different, but this song in particular, I was just like, dude, in my head, I'm just thinking like, I can hear this being played on a show or a commercial or something, and like, really solid. Love this song. Love this performance.
Or even better, just have the song itself be the movie. Like,
I don't
even have like a show or anything.
It's just
like,
it's called a music video. Thank you very much.
No, but it's different because it's on Netflix, and you don't even have an image or anything. It's just Alejandro's music.
You're going crazy. You need to get more sleep.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Okay, well, we need to get this video out, so let's get through this. Come on, stay with me here. Okay, well,
Chopstick claps for Alejandro.
For Alejandro. Okay, well, chopstick claps 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 for Al
Anyways.
So the other thing that happened throughout this episode, though, was, like we said, they brought back a ton of old contestants, and they got a chance to do kind of duet, kind of just for fun performances. One I want to showcase here is Adam Lambert and Demetrius performing Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Demetrius was cut before the Queen week.
Yeah, right
so
before.
This, to me, was kind of his...
I think this song was going to go to him.
Right, exactly.
Had he made it through.
If he made it. So let's take a listen. Definitely a ton to talk about here.
Didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really matters. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche.
All right. I love this song. Great song. Well, again, like you said, this most likely would have been the song that he does on Queen Night, for several reasons. Obviously, his vocal range is insane, but you know, what was his background?
Opera.
Exactly.
Yes.
And this is such a theatrical song.
Right.
Perfect fit, and you can see it on the stage here that they kind of crafted a theatrical performance, and Demetrius fit in perfectly with this. And honestly, Adam Lambert is just insane, like insane too. So two extremely strong singers doing a classic. I like this one. It was fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Again, too, with the performances where they brought back some of the contestants, like I said, it's just a super fun time for them. I don't think it was, you know, there was a difference, in my opinion, of you could sense that it was for fun rather than for competition's sake.
Yeah.
So that made it more enjoyable as well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It really just made me miss watching them on TV.
Yeah, it totally did. Another performance that was...
They should have their own High School Musical movie, but not High School Musical. Like, their own spin-off reality show.
Why?
Why not?
How would that work? That doesn't help. You give me an idea. Tell me how it works. No? Okay, fine. Well, let's see. Another contestant they brought back, Shay. Shay got a chance to perform her audition song.
Yes, with Andre Day.
Oh, that kind of rhymes. Shay Andre Day.
It's a show. Put it on tour.
Okay. Let's just listen to this.
Put it on tour, you know? That's marketable.
Shay Andre Day put it on tour?
No, not the put it on tour part. Just their names together,
okay,
you know?
No. Never mind.
Anyways.
I'll rise up in spite of the end. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, we'll rise like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the end. We'll rise up and we'll...
This one was good to watch too. You could see obviously Lionel was getting emotional again.
It's like a proud dad.
Exactly, just as he did when her audition, first ran. I just think really smart to bring her back and give her this chance again, because it was a really impactful audition, and one that definitely went viral online as well. So really, really cool, and a really cool opportunity for Shay as well, I think. And there was a nice balance between their voices. There was one part where they were harmonizing, and I don't know where it is in this video, but it was just so clean. Beautiful, truly beautiful. So definitely wanted to showcase this one. Again, full videos on the American Idol YouTube channel, link in the description. Check it out, because this was a fun episode for sure. A little bit bittersweet too that it was all done. My mic doesn't want to stay. I'm really sad.
Oh well.
Let's see, who else do we have? So before we get any further, at this point, by this point of the competition, Madison was eliminated
Yes.
in third place.
Yes.
Do you think that was the right, or I mean, like, did you kind of expect that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Again, kind of looking at the kind of theories that we've been crafting throughout this season, and in the way that, we were able to kind of call some of the results throughout the season. There were certain ones that were a shocker to us, and of course we kind of have covered that before, but for this one in particular, this episode for sure, I kind of saw it kind of play out the way we expected.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that a little bit more.
We called it, I think.
Yeah, we called it for sure. But we'll kind of go into that again once we go a little bit further, but
yes, I think Madison also expected it, considering the difference in their numbers and everything on social media. And then also, I'm pretty sure Lane and Alejandro weren't even promoting to go vote.
I don't think so, if I remember correctly on my timeline.
Or
I really
as
was
much
just saying,
as Madison was, at least.
She was pretty much tweeting every performance. After every single performance, hers or the others, vote. So, it does kind of suck. And I would hate to know what that feels like, to know that you're kind of, you
and
have
like you're
a lot
trying
of
your best,
Yeah. You're trying your best. You have a ton of support, but you just don't have that level that the others have. So to kind of,
of social media presence.
Right. And it sucks because it's like, this was vote based, so it's not like you can just have a standout performance, blow it out of the water, and
then the judges
you're
say,
at the
hey,
top, and now you win. It was truly based off of votes, and votes are people, and if you don't have the following for your own, what do you call it, to promote to, it's really hard. And I'm just wondering if that kind of had a little bit of a mental effect on her throughout the show, or this episode rather.
Yeah,
it's tough. It really is.
And then she had to perform afterwards still.
Yeah, that was hard too. Yes, she got the chance to perform with Dan and Shay and perform the song that she auditioned with. I still think she did a great job, all things considered. It's just, you could see the almost defeated look on her face, which is so heartbreaking to see. But that's just the way the show went. So that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know if this was the right way to do it.
To format it?
What? To format? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, they could have put her duet before.
Yeah, they should. I feel like they should have. Before there was,
like, not after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was really tough. But hey, she definitely did a great job at keeping her head high and performing it at least. So, shout outs to her. Yeah. For doing that intro. I completely blew over the intro earlier.
Yeah, what?
Okay, let's take a quick pause. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the intro that we got with Madison back when Top 8 was released or announced.
Shout out Madison. Thank you.
Thank you for doing that intro. We really appreciate it. And also, we have tons of footage from that still to show. So if you guys want to see more about the live listening session, let us know in the comments below, and we are hoping to get a video about that. We have so much. We have the performances and a couple of behind the scenes, like what do you call it, comments from the judges, and then the conversation you had with Lionel Richie. So if you guys want to see all that stuff, definitely let us know, and we'll try to get a video out for you as well, so we can continue this American Idol journey. Because
even though it's over.
I'm really sad. We have nothing to look forward to on a Sunday right
exactly now. Like, that was my nice, all right, it's been a busy week, get home,
and a long
Sunday,
weekend and blah blah blah.
And Sunday night,
American
Let me
Idol.
just watch American Idol.
And now,
or Monday night,
And now we just sit here.
Now we just sit here on Sundays.
Anyways, back to the show. Up next, so at this point, just again to kind of frame where we are in the competition, we're down to the two. We're down to Lane and we're down to Alejandro. So this is going to be Lane's performance of Bring It On Home to Me by Sam Cooke. Let's take a listen.
If
Okay.
Yeah. So with this, I mean, again, super fun performance. The start was kind of like the Hey Jude, where it starts off slower and kind of builds up to this upbeat, fun piece.
This was his final song, correct?
Before results, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I think they both had to perform something. Is that correct? Or it seemed as though they had to perform something they've already performed.
Oh, I don't know about if it was.
He has already performed this season, and then same with Alejandro.
Right. I don't know if that was like the
case, or if
the format,
it just
or if it
so
was just
happened.
coincidentally. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, this performance, I think, again, one of those really comfort pick performances. I do want to shout out. We had a comment in one of our videos about, we were saying how like, Lane hadn't gotten to like an emotional song, and that's what we want to see for him to break through. It was actually one of the comments in our videos, shout outs to you, that mentioned his Elton John performance was actually very emotional, and I ended up rewatching it because I didn't showcase it in the episode.
Yeah.
And it really truly was a emotional piece, and that was the one where he was truly testing his range at singing, and that's when you're getting vocal lessons, blah 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 blah. So again, you know who you are. Thank you for commenting that. I really appreciate that, because that held me accountable to double check and check out that performance again. So
we want to deliver facts.
Yeah, well, that's why, like in that episode was when I was saying, we're waiting for Lane to do an emotional.
Thanks for keeping us in check.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know, super fun, really good way to close out the show for him, I think, before results. And yeah, let's take a listen into Alejandro performing his most iconic at this point. I feel like he's gonna play.
English. Final song. And it's coming full circle.
It's coming full circle, and yet I just feel like, I hope that he is ready to perform this song on repeat pretty much everywhere he goes, because everybody...
I think he does.
I think he does, and I do think, hopefully, that's the one thing, is
he
like...
played at the live sesh.
Yeah. Well, I'll continue my thought after this. Let's take a listen. Out loud, Alejandro. So what I was gonna say was like, like you said, he's been performing this a ton, at pretty much like whatever. He did it at the hometown, and he did it at the live listening session with us. So it's one of those songs that I think is going to be his breakout hit kind of thing. Maybe he already has one on recording on Spotify. Mm-hmm. I wonder if he'll do like a remastered or like a new version of it.
I don't know.
I'd be curious to see. It's still a great track on Spotify, but I'm just saying, like, maybe he adds something different to it. I don't know. Who knows? But what I was going to say was, I always think about the hit that every artist has, that they're kind of...
their breakout.
Launches
their career.
That, but just when they have to perform it on tour live over and over, like what that's like,
What's John Mayer's?
The one that... Okay, so are you asking, like, what's the one that he doesn't want to play anymore? It's
the one he doesn't want to play anymore?
Yeah, I think it's Your Body is a Wonderland, I believe. Okay. But also I remember there was an interview that he had with Bobby Bones where he mentioned, like, I forget what... I'm pretty sure it's that song. But anyways, he ended up also saying that, like, not only has he played it so many times, but he also actually had to have vocal surgery. Mm-hmm. And it means that he can't sing it anymore. Like... There's certain notes in that he just can't sing in it. So, anyways,
basically what I was trying to get at is he has a song that he likes to play and that he thinks is underrated, but he likes to play at every show.
Oh, it's Gravity.
Gravity. Yeah. He loves that song.
Yeah.
I think that's the song he said he'll never get tired of playing. Mm-hmm. And I feel like maybe this is the song that Alejandro will never get tired of playing.
I hope so. It's a fantastic song.
Seems to hold a special place in his heart.
Yeah, and no matter how many times that we've heard it, I mean, I still love listening to it every time.
I don't get tired of it.
Yeah. So, really, really cool.
And the judges
they were singing it. That's what I was about to point out as well. Yeah, I wanted to point that out. The fact that the judges know the lyrics and they're singing it in his hometown, like, the kids that were brought to surprise him were singing it, and it was just so cute and so just touching, and you could see how hard that hit him to like to get that recognition almost of like, you have a song that people love and are, you know, covering, and, you know, kids are singing it in front of him. He broke down emotionally, just broke down on the stage, and was just, I think, floored by this amount of support he's been getting.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend, like I said, go check out the hometown visit videos on the American Idol YouTube channel, because they're super, super awesome and really, really nice to watch for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the last, I think, performance that I have lined up. The only one actually left is the kind of for fun celebration.
I was gonna say, please pull it up.
So this was before the results, of course. Again, they kind of brought everybody together for a one last hooray, hurrah moment. Let's just listen.
Yeah.
Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here.
Yeah, I really want to keep going, but we can't. I'm sorry. I know, there he is. It was so fun though. This was such a fun performance to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
to see everybody back, and they all got a little bit of, you know, a little piece of the song,
Yeah.
and they all did it fantastic. And it kind of, you know what this reminded me of? I know you kept saying throughout this episode that it was kind of like a High School Musical reunion type of thing, but to me, you know what this reminded me of was like the intro to the sing-off, when that was a thing. When the intro song to the episodes were
they
all
always
of the
had
contestants.
Yeah, that was cool.
And that was fun and really cool. And this is kind of what this reminded me of, where it's like different styles meshing together to one song. And so I really, really liked this performance.
Yeah.
I mean, we were, you know, when we were watching this live, we were just up dancing on our feet and like, yay, you know, like, it was fun. So,
Great performance.
great performance. Anyways, we are 40 some minutes in. So at this point, well, who won? Tell us. You should know by now.
You
But
don't have it pulled up?
I can't. I don't think I can play the results.
Really?
I can try.
Not even like
a little bit.
Okay, maybe not the result part, but maybe the song.
No, I don't think so. I think I'll play.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe
play
maybe from right here.
The announcement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll play the announcement.
Okay.
Is Lane Harding.
So
right.
Lane wins this year, season 2, 2019, American Idol.
He is crowned
He is
the title of American Idol.
Yes.
He is the American Idol.
He is the American Idol. Like we said, you know, we were speculating on who we think would win, and it was expected and yet still stressful to watch.
Yeah, it's like,
I
man.
mean,
But either way, as I was watching, I was thinking, whoever wins,
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Exactly.
'Cause, yeah.
Well, that's the thing too. Is you know, we were watching, and I made the comment of like, oh my god, Lane is so stressed. He looks like he was
Yeah.
about to pass out on stage. He was like kind of hunched over. He was
He's
trying
like-
to breathe, and his eyes were like bugging out. He was like, oh no, what's gonna happen? And the other thing too is like you were saying it too, is like, if he didn't win, how hard that would have been.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, like they have careers ahead of them, obviously to be the winner is a really big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if he didn't, I mean, just thinking of his story, his journey,
Yeah.
coming back
Oh
and
my
making
God,
it just this
yeah.
far, just this close.
And the fact that they were always like, oh man, you could win
you
this.
could win.
Yeah.
It's
Like Brian
hard.
called it.
And this, yeah. So
If you're not careful,
technically-
boy, you could win this thing.
And so technically, Luke did call it, and just a little bit of timing difference. But hey, congratulations to Lane. He has a new single out called Flame. You should go check it out. It's on Spotify, YouTube, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
At this point, fantastic, catchy song. Love it. I've been listening to it.
Yeah, and then at the end, he gets to sing it.
Yeah.
Because now American Idol gets to promote his new single.
Yep.
And the top 10 contestants came out, and they were, all hugging and everything. It was a nice little finale, nice closure to the whole season.
Yeah.
Made it feel whole,
Exactly. Yeah.
Like we're all winners.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I'm really excited to see where everybody goes.
Congrats to everyone on an amazing season.
Super fun to watch. I already miss this season for sure.
I know.
I'm excited for next one.
Yeah.
And hope you guys are excited for us to cover next season as well. But yeah, like you said, congrats to everybody. I'm just looking forward to where all the individuals go from here and kind of see.
We'll keep following along.
For sure. We'll be following along, but I'm just curious to see who uses this and takes this momentum,
takes it and runs.
Yeah, because
with
this is a
you have to, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they've gained a lot of exposure from the show.
Yeah, it's something that it's a fantastic opportunity, and the momentum is still going.
I'm gonna say not a lot of people get this opportunity.
Yeah.
So
there's like an analogy that one of my friends uses oftentimes when it comes to like internet fame and things like that, or at least with the hobby, the side hobby that I have of being a Twitch streamer, is like there are certain times where you can get huge exposure, and if you don't ride the momentum, it's like a train that passes by, and like if you don't hop on the train, it's all over, like in an instant.
Yeah, or it's hard to catch up. It's
either it's really hard or impossible to catch up. So you have to hop on the train and ride it as long as you can.
Yeah.
So I hope that the contestants moving forward, take this great experience and momentum, and
especially since they're calling it the best season of American Idol with the most talent that they've ever had.
And I can't disagree. I completely agree with that statement. So really excited to see where things go.
Yeah.
This episode is actually going to go a little bit longer, I think, than we anticipated. So again, thank you guys for joining us on this American Idol 2019 season 2 journey. We'll be covering a little bit more content as we can, as we keep moving forward here, but we're going to switch gears a little bit to The Bachelorette.
The Bachelorette.
Our other show that we cover on Fire and Rice.
Yes.
Oh boy, we have some interesting characters this season already.
Characters. Emphasis on characters.
Oh yeah. So, I don't really have anything to... I don't want to kind of recap this episode necessarily, like piece for piece, but I want to talk about the contestants themselves, specifically two.
I think everyone's doing that.
And I know for sure everyone's doing
Jimmy Kimmel said the exact same thing with those two.
Yeah.
And I watched a bunch of other interviews. People are saying the exact same thing. Those two contestants, the characters of the season.
Yeah, it's impossible to not talk about them just based on what
because
they've
of the way
done.
that they're editing it too. But they're emphasizing on them. But yeah, based on what they've done.
And it's only episode 2. At that point, it's like, guys. So, for those of you that may be a little out of the loop, we're talking about Cam, rapper Cam, and Luke P. Now, let's just talk quickly about Luke P. Right? Okay. We'll start with him because the Cam situation, we'll get into in a little bit. So, Luke P, when he first came on after the Rose ceremony, he was literally inside the personal bubble. He was way too close, in my opinion. Too much eye contact, very serious, and it freaked me out. And the things he was saying was just freaking me out.
Well, I think he was trying to make that personal connection right off the bat, But
it came off as
it's like he went on WikiHow, and it was like how to make a good impression, and it said eye contact. Really just feel the person, And I think
That's a
there's
good way to put it.
Wait, okay, you know the episode of SpongeBob when they're trying to sell chocolates and
Oh.
Patrick is like,
I love you.
that's so good.
I just got what you were saying.
Luke Patrick.
I literally just got what you were getting at. Oh my god. You're so right. I love you. Luke P basically in this episode, I'm sure a lot of people have covered it, basically said that he's already falling in love with Hannah B.
Yeah,
and
he said it because they had this Mr. Right pageant where they had to go. Sorry, my throat's dry, but yeah, where they had to go. They had to do a swimsuit competition, and then afterwards was a talent portion, and his talent was to go up to the mic and say, "I'm starting to fall in love with you. I love you." He didn't say I love you.
Yeah.
That's a rule. That's a rule that you can't do. But
that's so funny. I didn't even make that connection.
no, I just made it right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. So yeah, he's already, saying these things, and it's so. I mean, look, love is a mysterious thing, but it just feels so weird.
There's something off about it.
It's just off.
Unsettling.
Yeah, that's the thing. Normally, if somebody says that and you can feel the connection, you'd be like, "Oh, that's so sweet." But
Yeah,
this is just
we-
like,
it's
"Oh my god!" Like, hello.
yeah.
So that's that's the thing is like, I'm not saying you can't say it.
No.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying like it just seems so off,
It
and
doesn't- okay.
everything about, like we said last episode, was how everything that he says seems like he's saying the right things but the wrong way.
So what Rachel said, because I
Sure.
watched an interview of her, going over this past episode,
Yeah.
and she was saying that he's saying everything. It's like he watched a bunch of rom-coms and everything and figured it out, and then went into the Bachelorette thinking, "All right, this is my rom-com. I got this."
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like,
I
he knows
feel
exactly
that as well.
what to say, but it's coming off a little unsettling, I think, because it's a little pre-calculated. But I also think that it's genuine, like, to him. He's actually feeling these feelings, but he just doesn't know the difference between infatuation and what really, like, he's getting sucked into the show
Yeah.
and kind of losing touch with reality a bit
Yeah. Yeah.
on this reality show.
Exactly. There's just something a little bit off. I don't know how to explain it, and I mean, I don't feel like I have to explain. I feel like everybody that is watching can see for themselves and has been talking about. But of course, it's like it's also hard to watch Hannah kind of almost
Fall
in a
for
sense
it.
fall for it, and I don't mean it in that like she's being duped or anything. It's just like
But
it's playing to his strength, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's also another thing is that as he's saying these things and doing these things, it's reaffirming because she is like accepting of it all. So it's like, oh, I'm doing it right, I'm doing it right, I'm doing it right. I'm gonna keep doing this strategy that I have. And whether or not, I do also think that he feels these things and he thinks that he knows what he's feeling. But at the same time, I think if I'm correct, he's 23.
okay. How old is she?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But my point is that he is also extremely young and said that he hasn't had like a serious, like,
Really?
yeah.
Oh.
So it's like
Oh.
if he's gonna go straight in with first serious relationship into possible marriage, it's like,
Oh.
you don't have this this plethora of experience that you kind of will need to be ready for such a moment.
Sure he has. He's probably watched a lot of movies.
Okay.
You know how, like, I was homeschooled and I don't go to regular school.
Okay, where's this going? I'm excited. Go, continue.
And a lot of my friends and I, we watch TV shows
About school?
about school.
So that you can have a real school experience?
Yeah, it's basically like that, you know? That's what we think normal school is. And then when we go out into the real world and talk to each other, it's like we're on a TV show because that's how we pick up social cues and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Just saying.
Interesting. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that, you know?
I did not know that. Well, let's move on from Luke P to well, actually first, let us know if you watch The Bachelorette and you're watching our podcast. Let us know what you think of Luke P. What about it seems off to you?
People think he's a front runner. Even though we can all agree there's something off, we know how Hannah's.
That's what I'm saying as well.
He's gonna go really far. Jimmy Kimmel thinks he's gonna get second.
I think he's top 4.
Yeah, top 4.
I think he's top 4. Here's okay. I'm gonna say okay. Hold on. Remind me about this moment in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Or like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. The thing I was about to say, and you'll probably know when I want to interject it.
Okay, fine.
So
Kaylin Miller-Keys also thought that he was gonna win until she started watching this season. And yeah, all right. Anyways, brings us to our next person, Rapper Cam. Now, you starred Cam in your notebook.
I
You considered him one of your stars. Can you read us a bit of your notes there for a second?
Yes.
Now, he had a really good first impression.
So he was also part of After the Rose ceremony. So
Mhm.
she got to meet him right away.
And he got the first rose
Mhm.
of the season.
Before the season even started.
Before even the first impression rose.
Yeah.
Because Luke P got the first impression rose, and Cam got the first rose of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was just something about Cam, especially in episode 1 and after the final rose, where he was saying the right things again.
He's being very charismatic.
But he was saying it the right way and with the right, like, I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
I wrote down from episode 1 that he got the rose from after the final rose. He seems so natural, so funny, charming. He gets the first kiss of the season. Just
Super smooth.
Super smooth. And I have a star saying that he is, one of the favorites. And then we get to this episode.
And then it begins. I didn't think we were going to get into it so quickly, man.
Well, I mean, we showed the trailer last episode, and you're saying like, "Oh no, they're making Cam look to be a bad guy. They're making Cam look like he's a bad guy." I'm like, "No, they're not." I said
it's
it.
all in the way of the editing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much we can show of this, but let's just take a little look here.
All right.
It's a race for Hannah's heart. And I'm about to basically barge in on this group date that I wasn't invited to.
I know this can be a real nerve-wracking situation, so.
Some guys are probably gonna be upset, but I can only be true to me. I can only be Cam. I always say ABC, always be Cam, and this is a very Cam thing to do.
Howdy, howdy, y'all. Can I jump in when you get a second?
Okay, so that wasn't even that cringe, But knowing and what we've seen over the past couple episodes,
It's like
bad men.
there's so many characters.
One, you don't do that. You don't, when you're not invited to a group date, you don't just show up. I mean, over the seasons, there's been a lot of people doing that, but I don't know. There's just something really off about the way that Cam did it.
Well, no, it's not even that like he interrupts the group date after not being invited. It's just like, I think what maybe he was thinking was first it's I'm a contestant. Like there's just been these characters throughout the series where it's just like I do what I want. I do what I want because it's like they think the show's about them.
It's like they're in their own. Yeah.
Rather than being about Hannah.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Or other.
It's like they're playing a video game and like they're the breakout character, that doesn't follow in line with the other characters.
Right. And so for him to do this is just like it begins the spiral that is his downfall.
Yeah. It's almost as if because they think that they're front runners, that they have
this power and this immunity almost
to do whatever they want.
Right. And it always, at least
and that it's okay and it's actually helping them, when in reality it's kind of hurting them.
Right.
I mean, except for Luke P. He's kind of changing the narrative and Hannah seems to be validating it.
Well, we'll watch the trailer and we'll have to have an open mind.
I haven't seen the trailer. So.
Right, because now that I've been proven wrong from the trailer last week, I want to just take in this week's trailer.
Okay.
Anyways, so Cam interrupts the group date. Hannah's face is just confused, and then she kind of
doesn't even look happy about it.
Throughout their conversation, she's a little standoffish, but then she kind of is like, well, actually, it's nice to see you. But part of me is like, is that like a sympathy, like, hey, nice to see you? Or is it like truthfully nice to see you? Like, was it a genuine nice to see you or not? Anyways, everybody's pissed though.
Yeah.
So what we were saying about the trailer last week, or what I was saying, was definitely proven wrong this episode. And I'm definitely curious to see more of what is up with Cam's shenanigans and always being Cam on ABC.
ABC, always be Cam. Like I always say, always be Cam.
He literally
This is a very Cam thing to do, is what he said.
Yeah.
In the third person.
Yeah. Who does that?
You know what Rachel said? Oh, God. Yeah. In the interview I watched, she said, yeah, with Cam, there's just, when you look him in the eye, there's something off.
Again, it's just another thing where it's just like, something's a little off.
Can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's the ABC always be Cam thing.
I don't know.
Oh, but then after this group date, was it the rose cocktail before the rose ceremony?
What?
The cocktail party before the rose ceremony, when they get to know each other more before she starts eliminating people?
Yeah, what about it?
Okay. So then afterwards, he starts interrupting people again.
Yes.
With a chicken nugget ceremony.
Yes. Okay, that's what you were trying to get at. I see. Yeah. It got very
weird again.
Yeah, the narrative for this that portion from this moment on
weird. This is, once again, she was having a nice, lovely conversation with somebody. Cam sneaks in and goes, oh, no. Like, I'm not interrupting, because I think in his head he was thinking, well, the guys are upset with me now, so maybe if I just include them. This is weird.
Yeah.
And then he said, it's okay. Come.
All three of us.
Yeah, all three of us can go on this little adventure real quick.
Yeah,
and
so yeah, he interrupts the conversation they're having and basically says, I want to talk with Hannah, but you can also come along too. And
but the way he phrased it was, come along too. It's for all three of us.
Yeah.
And so they all just kind of get up and they're like, okay. And then they go, and it's like this nice little heart-shaped setup with pillows and whatever for them to sit. They sit down. Cam goes, Hannah in the middle, of course. And then he just starts talking to Hannah.
Yeah,
and only Hannah.
The other dude is just sitting there like, what am I doing?
Okay, yeah,
here,
I wasn't supposed to be here for this. So then at one point he just leaves. The guy's like, okay, bye. And then Cam's like, thanks, dude.
Yeah, it was bad.
And he technically not proposes to her, but is like, here's chicken nugget. Oh my God, I can't speak this episode. But here's chicken nuggets. And the best part, honey mustard. And the little ring box thing.
Yeah.
It's very cheesy, very calculated, very
It has stopped being a cute, charming thing.
It's now
becoming a creepy thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're driving home with Cam and Luke, is that they're very possessive and there's just something off. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. Oh, and then in this clip of him interrupting, afterwards he's like, yeah, I'm trying, it's so hard with the other guys in the house, but trying not to get too analytical. not trying to
Yeah.
analyze the situation. You can totally tell he came up with that on his way over there.
Yeah.
You know, in the little van, like, I'm gonna say analytical.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
It would have been different. It would have been natural if he was like, I'm not trying to analyze the situation. And then, like, come up with it and be like, oh, this is funny to say. Analytical, rather than already knowing what he's going to say. Eek.
Well, so
Eek.
to that point though, what if like he had said it that way and then the producer's like, wait, no, do it again, but actually put it in as a pun.
Oh,
You know?
keep forgetting that the producers are also just allowing everything to happen. So,
Anyways, let's see. What I want to ask is who we think kind of are the top runners now at this point.
that's the problem because they're focusing so much on this stuff that I don't really know anything about the other people.
Yeah. Kind of agree with that. It's really hard to say. I mean,
I guess the dude from the one-on-one.
oh yeah.
I guess Peter Pilot and Mike and Jed.
Mhm.
There you go. And
Yeah.
Luke is gonna go far.
Yeah,
but-
the one-on-one, that was Tyler G. He definitely surprised me. I mean, the problem right now is that they're focusing so much on like some of the dramatic things with the characters on the show that you don't get to really know too much about some of these other contestants. And that's what's maybe gonna play to at least the audience viewpoint, like to their advantage, is just when you get this one-on-one time and you get to be open and honest, like, and share who you are in your story, like a lot of people are gonna start to find out more and really like these people. So I'm pleasantly surprised with Tyler G. But it's so hard. Yeah, I agree. It's really hard to get a read on who the front runners really are besides some of the people. That's why I think every moment, or at least every encounter that is shown, is really important for us to form opinions like that. I still think Peter's fine. I think Mike's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, we mentioned another one, Jed. So, oh boy. So Jed's the music. First off, Jed is the musician.
Yes.
I have a little video that I even haven't seen.
Oh.
This is a get to know Jed video.
Oh, okay.
So let's take a little peek here.
And I am a musician. I'm from a small town called Sevierville, Tennessee. It's actually the hometown of Dolly Parton also, so proud to share that. Now I live in Nashville.
Woo, it's cold out here, man. Shoot.
Music is the fire that drives me to take a step. It's the fire that keeps me going.
Wait, why is he playing it from? He's playing that acoustic doesn't work. I don't think. If it's shooting there, then I don't know. I don't know too much about sound, I guess.
Ashley Hess lives there.
As a songwriter, you kind of like are thankful for heartbreak.
There's something weird about the
spark
audio engineering in
ideas
this
and
video.
words and songs that wouldn't be there without the sadness.
I don't think so.
You didn't hear that?
I've written songs for people, and that's always a special thing because as a musician, it's the most that I can give.
If I got a rose and got down on one knee.
When I see Hannah for the first time, I
Nice.
hope that I make her laugh. I truly do. Finding your person on a TV show would just be wild,
Well,
insane.
That's the thing, is he said it there. It's like, I want to make her laugh. He does this episode.
Yeah, because there's an awkward encounter.
Yeah, so yeah, Jed became a potential contender, at least for us, just because of the way he handled a situation on this week's episode, where he basically walked in on Luke P with his shirt off in the
With
middle
Hannah.
of like a massage session that looked a little bit dicey. But Jed was like, okay, I'll come back later, I guess. And then he ended up talking to Hannah, and he was able to, definitely
Save the situation.
Yeah,
Hannah was
save
freaking
the
out.
mood. She was super embarrassed and all that stuff, and he was definitely able to save the mood with some.
She was crying. She ended up crying.
Yeah.
Because she was so embarrassed. She didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because if if that was her in the situation being Jed, how would that feel?
Oh, it would
Oof.
be weird.
Oof.
It'd be real weird.
Awkward. But, Jed just said, okay, I'm just gonna bye.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then Hannah came over. She said, I'm so sorry about that. And he was like, it's okay. It's okay, And then he made light of the situation. He even dropped some jokes, made her laugh, made her feel better, reassured her. And he got the impression rose that night? Is that what happened?
I think so. He got a rose for it. So
rose.
it would have been, yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, things like I said, moments like that you can, or the ones that are at least aired on TV, that's really important.
Yeah.
Those types of moments, just because again we get to see a little bit more about these people and how they handle this whole experience, because it's a weird, different experience that is tough to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Anyways, let's see. So that was Jed. I've now put him kind of not near the top, but he's looking okay, but you never know. He could go crazy in like an episode or two.
Sure. He could go crazy. We don't know.
We'll
We
never
never know
know.
with
That's the
these
surprise
things.
of this show. The other thing about Jed. That's what it is. He's just so the reason why I kind of also put him up there is like he's so nervous every time that he's shown.
Yeah.
That
you
it
can
comes off
tell.
as like, he feels a little bit, I don't know, okay, the word I'm looking to use right now is like intimidated in a sense.
I mean, it's an unusual setting.
Yeah, it's really weird, and it's like there's a bunch of dudes and a bunch of egos and all that stuff, but like when you can see how nervous he is in front of her, like part of that comes off as like a really nice, genuine, charming thing, just because like although maybe he's like a little awkward, it's like it means that he kind of cares to an extent.
Yes.
So that's important.
That's good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
So yeah, that's also partly why I put Jed a little bit higher now too. So let's take a look at the trailer, I believe.
Okay.
So let me see if I can get this.
I have not
I
seen
need a man
this.
that's going to be there with me through all the pain. And I mean all the pain. All the guys are making me feel so good.
I'm so smiley around you.
Want to feel it? Behave, bro. Behave.
That is what Mama needs today.
Quite honestly, you give me hope. I can't stop thinking about you, and I love that.
That could be my wife right there. You guys have really good energy.
She's kissing other guys. And it's not an easy pill to swallow. I just need to get something off my chest with it real quick.
Later, okay? I need him to slow his roll.
Luke's self-imploding.
There's something I need to discuss with Hannah.
Cam told us that he's gonna tell you a sad story to kind of get the pity rose.
This just feels really schemy and slimy.
Whoa.
What just happened?
This is my worst nightmare.
It's all coming up next week on The Bachelorette.
Next week. Next week?
As in
they didn't, include clips from later on in the episodes. Like, we'll be able to see all of this next week.
Well, the fence situation took a long time to get unraveled, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's the point that I wanted to make too. Was just how weird it's getting already.
Yeah, so
And that's partly why for me it's like it's really hard to say that somebody like Cam or somebody like Luke can make it far because of things like this and how I mean, obviously with the editing of trailers, of course, you'll never know until we see it, but it's like Luke is getting real possessive and very jealous and very immature to the point where Hannah has to tell him to kind of back off a bit. Cam is being very calculated in a really negative way and a very I don't know, man.
Oh
It's
no,
getting
the whole
weird.
pity story.
Yeah, that's not
Hey
cool.
man, keep your cards close. Even if you are pre-calculating it, maybe don't tell anybody because they'll use it
Exactly.
against you.
Exactly. And we know the history of this show. People are going to rat each other out ASAP, which
Exactly.
sadly sometimes doesn't work in the favor of the person that's
No.
ratting out.
Like when they were trying to bring Demi down.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of those guys I didn't even recognize.
That's the sad part about the season is, maybe this is a front-loaded drama season where it's a ton
Maybe
of
they're trying to get it, out of the way now. That way later we can just enjoy getting to know them.
That's what I would hope, just because if this continues for the whole season, it's
then
gonna
we're
be
never gonna know.
We're not gonna know anybody's names. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sadly, I'm gonna know maybe 4 people's names by top 4, and it's because they're the only 4 left.
Yeah. John Paul Jones.
What an interesting character. I want to know more about him, honestly. I really do.
Yeah.
But,
Peter Pilot kind of looks like Colton.
Peter Pilot.
When he smiles and talks sometimes.
Yeah, he's got the California vibes. That's why. He definitely is a California boy. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
People are saying Peter Pilot looks like Amanda Bynes.
What? I don't know about that one.
And then people are saying that Luke P looks like, when Shrek turns into a human.
Yes. Yep. I kind of see that. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. We'll have to keep up with obviously next week's episode and I guess give everyone our thoughts, because at this point that it's really, really hard for me to just say anything because I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't even know what's going on.
I have no idea. Like I said, like we're saying over and over, is like I just don't know anybody enough to
We
say.
just know Luke and Cam. ABC, always be Cam. It's a very Cam thing to do.
Yeah. Well, that's all that I had. So
Yeah.
we'll have to check in next week for hopefully more. Hopefully we get a little deeper with some of these contestants, because then we'll have more stuff to talk about.
Mhm.
But for now, that's
Overall,
gonna do it.
American Idol. Were we satisfied with the results? Yes. Did we predict it? Yes. Did we predict it from the beginning? No. Bachelor? Bachelorette? Don't know anything.
I have zero idea where this one's gonna go.
Exactly.
Zero idea.
That's where they want us, though.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I guess questions of the day. For the comments, who do you think is gonna go home first out of the 2, Luke P or Cam?
I think Cam's going.
Yeah, I think Cam's gonna go first as well.
I think leaving next week.
Yeah, I think so too. So you let us know, Cam or Luke P, who out of the 2 is gonna last longer, or who's gonna go home first, rather. And also comment down below if you want to see American Idol listening session content, and we'll try to make a video around it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Again, thank you for checking out last week's episode as well. It means a lot, especially considering we had to re-upload it. So we appreciate the support. Keep doing your thing with the comments and hitting us up on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
Twitter, Fire Rice Podcast. Instagram,
Fire and Rice Podcast.
We're doing our best to get content spread throughout all of the platforms.
Yeah.
So,
love running the Instagram.
Yep, I can tell you're having fun with that.
It's my favorite thing to do.
I'm always tweeting in general, so I'm always on top of that. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good one. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Again, answer our questions in the comments. And hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. And we'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Deuces.
Deuces.